Namaste everyone. Namaste.
Namaste.
I hope you all are well, happy, and healthy. So, very happy to see you all today, and hope you are practicing well. Is everything good? Yes?
Yes.
Good. Good.
May
Yeah.
I say I'm not happy. Good morning, namaste everyone, because in my country in Ukraine is the war, so
Oh.
I'm not happy, and maybe you can say some words to support.
So you are in Ukraine?
I'm not in Ukraine now, but I'm outside of the country, but my relatives and everyone there.
I'm so sorry to for this. You wrote me, I think, is you who wrote me a message? WhatsApp. Someone from Ukraine wrote me that she cannot continue the course for a while because she is very stressful in school. And we are so sorry for all these feelings. So, okay. Let's start with the short meditation and we continue the session. Question. Sit comfortably. Gently close your eyes. Involve your awareness to this moment. Relax your mind. Relax your eyes, nostrils, mouth, jaw, chin. Relax your neck and neck muscles. Relax your shoulders, arms, and legs. Relax your chest and the belly. Relax your knees, legs, feet, and the toes. Relaxing your whole body. Bring your awareness to your breathing. Feel the gentle flow and touch of the breath in your nostrils. Observing your breath, make your breath long and southward. Feel the breath. How is your learning going on? Catherine, how is the practice?
Yeah, good, thank you. I just started again yesterday, so I have been practicing, but I'm gonna do more now that I'm signed up properly.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yamina, how is the practice?
I do my practice. I study, but I didn't finish for 1 month, so I need some more time. I want to do it properly, and it's good. Thank you. I love it.
Alexandra, how is everything?
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I'm also from Ukraine, and right now I'm in Warsaw. I'm living here for the last 6 years, and all my family now in Ukraine, and nobody wants to leave.
So how is the situation in Ukraine?
What?
Situation is very bad.
I don't hear properly.
In Ukraine, situation is very, very fearful.
Well, situation is very difficult there right now, but we all hope that the war will stop very soon. That's all what we are expecting, what we want.
We hope so. Let's see, how are you?
Hey, Guru, and everyone. I'm good, thanks. I think I've been started practicing my yoga probably for a week, and I got my body a bit stretched. And by yesterday, the last class, Ashtanga yoga, it's kind of the pace is was a little bit fast. I trying to keep my pace of it, and but so far so good. Just yesterday it was a bit too quick. I mean the pace of the class.
Ivona, how are you? How is your study going on? Okay, very nice. Bella? Bella, how is your practice?
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste
All is well.
ji.
All is well. I'm like doing all the study and postponing the practice a bit, like, but everything is well. Everything.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
So please ask any questions you have. Today is a question and answer day. So any question you have or anything you want to do, please.
I might have a question. If no one has a question, I might ask a question. So
Right, you can start.
okay. So I was wondering about two things. Like, when do we co-create? Like, we create our own reality. Like in the book, The Secret, it says like if we have the positive thoughts and we focus on something, then we bring it to our reality. And on the other side, there is the Vipassana, and you just watch what happens and you don't do anything. It is just you, like the Shivoham, like you just the observant. So is it that we are just the observant and everything is just happens, or do we co-create?
See,
Thank you.
you have two existences. You are made of two things. One is your matter, the Prakriti, and second one is your consciousness. You are creating everything, and at the same time you are observing also. When you are eating, don't you observe the food that you are eating? When you are walking, don't you observe that you are walking? You are not observing maybe, but you can observe. Yes. Are you observing your breath? Maybe not, but you can observe it. There is the power of witness, power of observation, and second thing is you have the power of creativity, creation. So you are the co-creator, and as well as you know everything what's happening in your life. You are stressful, painful, happy, joyful. At the same time, you know that you are happy, joyful, whatever. So this is the Purusha and Prakriti, feminine and masculine energy that existing within us. One, the Purusha is observing, and Prakriti is observing both things. Is it right? Bella, you asked.
Yes. So I just want to understand this bit when you're saying, so part is female and part is male, like one is co-creating and one is observing.
Male and female, it doesn't mean that like gender. Male and female is not a gender. Male and female is an energy. A two different kind of energy. You can say I am a male and you are female, but actually everything and everyone in this world they are female. Female means the feminine energy is everywhere. Like I also born from the mother's womb. You also born from the mother's womb. So what difference between both of us? But I born as a male, that's why I call a man. You come as a female, that's why I call a woman. Otherwise, we both born from the same mother. Yes or no? This say, dear friends, the Purusha, the consciousness, the witness, the awareness is not born from the mother's womb. The awareness is born not from the mother's womb, but it is unborn. It's unborn. It is the existence. Even before you die, after you die, before your birth, you exist in the form of awareness. Okay? Is it understandable, my question, my answer? Bella? Do you understand?
Yes, yes, I understand the part of being male and female and the two different energies, and that doesn't matter. Like, yes, I understand this part. But what I want to understand is like these two parts are also the two parts of, like, there's a part co-creating and part observing. This is also related to male female energy, like the male energy is observing, the female energy is co-creating.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
خلاص. Yes, now I understand. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Male energy is destructive, and female energy is constructive energy. What do you mean by destructive and constructive energy? Destructive energy, it means we destroy, means finish. That's why you go to the state of silence. And constructive energy expands. Understand? You construct. So that's why this is the feminine and masculine energy. Like Shiva and Shakti, you have heard about it. Yes or no? Shiva is the destroyer.
This is very, very beautiful explanation. I now see it better. Thank you.
Next question. Next question. You have another teacher here, Anita.
Namaste.
If you have any questions for Anita, also she is going to answer you. See, yes.
There's actually some questions in relation to anything. It could be about Kundalini, it could be about Shiva Shakti, it could be about even just the self. You know, what do you want to know in a little bit more depth?
Namaste. I have a question. I watched a video, Guruji, where you talk about how the only difference between humans and animals is that humans have a perfectly straight vertical spine. And you mentioned that that our forefathers, that the belief of evolution isn't real. We didn't come from monkeys, and that our forefathers were gods like Krishna. I wanted to ask, I guess, what the yogic beliefs are in terms of evolution. Were humans always here, like after the universe was created? Were dinosaurs here? I don't know. It just made me wonder all that.
Okay. You want for fathers like monkeys? You want monkey for fathers or humans? Tell me first. This is the modern theory of evolution. Modern theory of evolution is not complete, neither very logical, neither they are very much order. Modern scientists, they always experiment the things in the scientific techniques and try to understand the reality. But it doesn't mean that when we are taking the medicines, modern medicines, and we are doing treatment, is a myth that he can give you heaven. Okay. In this way, all the theory, modern theory of the life, they may be psychologically, sometimes it's very logical, but it may be not right. The Darwin, Charles Darwin, who made the theory of evolution, he experimented different animals, birds, trees, and in his scientific laboratory in his own, he tried to build the theory how the world is created. When we read the Bible also says there was a word, from that word something happened, sun, moon, water. And Quran also talk about this. When we read the Quran, when we read the Bible, when we read other scriptures, we become confused. What is the truth? Bible is the truth, Quran is the truth, or Darwin is the truth. But people, Christians also do not believe on the theory of evolution as Bible says. Neither the Islam people believe on the theory of evolution as Muhammad says in the Quran. But everywhere in the world, even in India, the theory of evolution, as Darwin has said, we believe in the our educationalists, our scientists, they somehow they believe on the Darwin. They do not believe on the unique way of unique theory of evolution. They don't believe on this yogic theory of evolution because they have not studied yoga. You understand my point? They have never studied yoga. And some people they study yoga like you and other people, those who have no background. Those who do not have a proper background in yoga, not a big study and deeper study in yoga, just only physical exercises, the thing that is yoga, they also cannot know about the deep theory of evolution as yoga explains. My dear friends, yoga has expanded theory of evolution and is very much scientific, and not a single person in this world can deny its theory. When you will be explained about the yogic theory of evolution, you find the story of your life, how you are created. How you are created, that is the creation. The way you created, the same way the whole world and the universe created. That's why yogis, they go more to themselves, more inwards. Yes. But these theories are not theories who bring humanity into the state of monkeys. If I tell Sarah, you are so beautiful, Sarah, you see the smile of Sarah. Right? Yes or no? Once I tell Sarah, why you are crying, why you are sad, you look like a monkey today. Then she feels sad. All right. Let's see. You look like a monkey.
Me? Why? I'm too slim.
She is not happy. but you look like an angel.
Really? Thank you. Hi, Guruji. I got a question actually.
Yes.
Yeah, I spent 4 years in Africa from 2016 to 2020. And during the time I was in Africa, I met a Spanish. He told me he spent like 15 years practicing yoga, and he's able to see the aura.
Listen. Make your
Yes.
question short. Otherwise, I forget. My mind will not work.
Sorry,
You ask your question very 2 lines only. So before I start, before I
Okay.
before I
Okay.
come-
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Before I ask answer, then I will reply. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So this theory of evolution in the Vedas, it is everything is written in a proper way. So we believe on the theory of evolution. I cannot go long in details how the evolution theory in Vedanta or Yoga is written, but definitely, if even we are made of monkeys, we are not able to accept this. How many of you are agree that you are the sinners? You are the bad people who commit sins. How many of you are agree with this? How many of you agree that you are sinners? You only commit sins. Even you do something wrong, but you don't like to hear this. Am I right? You commit sins sometimes. Yes or no? Sometimes you commit mistakes. Yes or no? Sometimes you create problem in your life. Is it yes or no? But if someone tell you you are a sinner, if you are something wrong, you don't like to hear this. Even I look like a monkey, an old monkey. Yes or no? Even if I look like an old monkey, if you say Vishnu, you are like a monkey, I don't want to hear this. I will be very sad if you say this. Even to a monkey, if you say you are a monkey, also monkey do not like to hear this. Yes, you will be happy when I tell you you are like an angel, like Lassie. Lassie is an angel. In this way, Ivona is an angel. Yes. How many of you are angel in reality? Everyone? How many of you are goddesses in reality? How many of you are sweethearts in reality? How many of you are beauty queens in the reality? You may say we all are. Either you all are angel or not, either you all are goddesses or not. When I say you are goddesses, you are happy. People always try to find happiness being higher. We do not accept that we were monkeys. Our forefathers written so many things, Vedas, Upanishads, yes or no? Your ancestors has written the Vedas, Upanishads, great scriptures. They meditate so much, and they found the reality in life, and we call them monkey. No, we are not going to accept this. Say our forefathers were gods. Our forefathers were angels. That's why we are angels. Respect to our lineage, respect to our ancestors, respect to our history. Okay, so Tara, it is my point of view that we are not children. Darwin is the only person who wrote all the things and we believe easily. But Darwin, as I told today also to my students that every day Darwin bringing new creatures to his experiment room. New creatures, sometimes we bring the rat, bat, dogs, cats, different animals, different birds, different fishes, snake. He bring to his home for the experiment them, how their evolution from how one cell amoeba, second cell, third cell, and like this. And after he experiment, he make a nice dish to eat, good dish to eat. He bring the snack, he bring the different animals, and he cook, he kill them and eat them. Is that experiment? Is this the evolution theory? You are a scientist. How can you become a scientist who do not love the animals? How can you know? How can you experiment with this kind of experiment is nonsense. Experiment must go with love, compassion to the animals. This is my point. Thank you. Let's see. Now your turn.
Sorry, I think I was in the. I didn't hear the. Sorry, that's a mistake. I'm curious about aura, because that man I was mentioned, he was able to see the color of my aura, and under his guidance, I saw it myself too. So I'm very curious about this kind of things, and yeah. Thank you.
Aura is the electromagnetic field of the prana. When the prana flows through the nadis, and nadis has a specific electromagnetic field. As our body has 7 chakras and all different kind of light energies going on. Like you see, aura is what? Aura has a colors, and you see what color of the rainbow. What color has the rainbow? All colors. But do you see any color in the sky, in the space? From where the color comes when the rainbow happens? Rainbow, the color of the rainbow coming from the light. Do you see any color of the rainbow in the night? It's not the color of the rainbow at night. You don't see any color in the rainbow at night because there is no light. Okay, so when the energy flows, 72,000 nadis, the energy centers are there and prana move and you are expanding them. So aura goes around 12 digits from the body, 12 digits. So that's why anybody come closer to you, you may feel a little bit, sometimes something you may like it, you may not like it, but your aura is connected with others. Okay? So that you can see.
Okay, but I don't know why most of the time I couldn't see it. Only like when I immersed in yoga or meditation, and especially under the sunshine, then I could able to see it. And it seems like it's really relies on the status of the mind and the spirits.
Anita is here.
Hi, Lacey. So,
Hi.
Hi. So what generally tends to happen is that when you're sitting in meditation or you're in a yogic practice, your energy field starts to raise. So as your vibration raises through your body when you're in that moment, that's when you can emit like an electromagnetic field. And around you, when you're sitting in those asanas or you're sitting in that meditation, is probably the point of when you can see your aura or feel that color, because your chakras are opening. So each time you start to open your chakras and you're being in a certain part or element of yourself, that will be identified by the specific colour that you might see at that moment in time. Like green, for example, you know, it's very much related to the heart chakra. And within the heart chakra, what that means is that you will, when your heart starts to heal, you will see maybe a green energy field coming through. As good as you mentioned just a few minutes ago, with the rainbow, the rainbow or the colours of the universe, they only seem to come when you have two elements coming together. And those elements are the sun and the rain. So within yourself, for you to see your aura or for you to see your colour, you, at that point, are probably in a position where certain elements within you are coming together, and that's why you can see colours in certain situations, for example.
Okay, thank you so much. That's really fruitful, and I'm not sure if I may have may I have another question to be answered, or I can just leave it in the end.
No, you ask away, it's not a problem.
Okay, and another question is that Spanish, he could see or feel this the energy of the trees in the forest while he closed his eyes, and he won't hear those trees. It seems like a superability as the consequence of the yoga practicing. I'm not sure, is there any relation?
So, you know, when you're in deep yoga practice, or when you're in deep meditation, or, you know, there is certain subtleties within yourself that can come to life, and that can be certain psychic powers. You know, but that takes a lot of years of practice and energy and time, you know, which was in today's world don't necessarily always have, but sometimes you're born with these specific powers. You're born with a psychic ability. And what we tend to do is, as we grow up, because we're so caught up in living a specific lifestyle, we almost compress those abilities that we have. So with this gentleman that you're speaking about, the likelihood is he's very in tune with himself, and he's very in tune with the universe, so that when he hears the wind, or he's sat in a specific pattern of meditation, for example, underneath a tree, he can feel the energy of that tree because it's a living being. You know, everything around us is a living being, from that piece of grass to the flower to that tree, and it all has energy, and we're not in tune with that energy. So from your perspective, it's probably really in tune with the universe and the heartbeat of the universe and that particular being.
Okay, thank you so much.
Any other questions? Everybody's so quiet today.
How's Rishikesh?
Guys, Rishikesh is amazing. You know, this place is just so magical. It's on another level. You know, one thing I would say to you is when you pause, if you ever have the opportunity to come here and come to India, I would make that trip, because if it's within your destiny, it will bring you here, it will pull you here. It is such a phenomenal place. You know, not just the ashram here, you know, everybody within the ashram, they're like family, and they will treat you so well. They'll treat you with so much love and so much respect, and it brings a different form of yoga to you, because we very much see yoga and meditation and kundalini as an action, you know, that we're doing on a daily basis. It's an action, it's a practice. Yes, that is exactly what we need. We need that action and that practice. But here is actual yoga. This is where the spirituality is. This is, you know, from many years, thousands of years ago, you have all the sages and seers that have come here to meditate before they go into the Himalayas, and you really feel that vibration here, even within the school. You know, the traditional method that they teach and that we teach in terms of like kundalini or any sort of form of prayer practice. it's thousands and thousands of years old, and you can really feel it resonating here. It almost beats within your blood. It's fabulous, Sarah. You would absolutely love it. Honestly, it's safe. You know, we in the Western world, like we kind of sometimes sit there and we think, gosh, I'm traveling to a country and I don't know the language, I don't know anybody there, I won't be able to manage it. You know, we hear so many horror stories of countries that are developing all the time. But you know, if we sit and look back, some of the countries that we live in, they're actually no safer or unsafe than what India is. You know, if we look from a population perspective, you know, even in the UK, for example, you know, we have issues with robberies and break-ins and pickpocketing and, you know, lots of different things which happen in India, and we get more in fear because we don't understand that country or we don't understand its cultures or traditions. But what I would say to you is, don't have that fear with India. Definitely don't have any fear of coming to India, because it is such a energetic place. It's so vibrational. It's, you know, the love that people will give you here is almost second to none.
That sounds amazing. I can't wait to visit.
You will have the time of your life. You might never want to go back, Sarah.
Are you gonna go back home, or now you're just gonna stay?
That is the $1 million question. That is the $1 million question.
How long have you been there?
Now 2 weeks. This is next week will be my 3rd week.
Oh wow.
But you know, every day I battle with that question every day. But see what happens, see what comes. You know, it's one of those situations where you can't really make a plan for something, or you can't make a plan for anything. You just go with whichever direction my path will be, that's which way I'll go. I'm not stressed about it. I don't worry about it. You know, just be here in the present moment, like I am right now with you guys. Any other questions on yoga or philosophy in terms of what you might be feeling, or what you think that you might be experiencing when you're in yoga or when you're in practice? We sometimes, you know, a thought that I had today was around the self, where, you know, we're so concerned with what other people think of us, you know, and sometimes we see ourselves through other people's eyes. So we aspire, or we begin to align to how that person sees us, rather than being true to ourselves. So I have a question for you. How do you see yourself? Nobody wants to speak. Why are you all so silent? Kathleen, you're smiling. I'm gonna say, how do you see yourself?
I see myself as like consciousness covered up with crap.
I think that's 9% of this world's population right now. It is consciousness covered up with crap, and many, many layers of crap.
I know, it's so hard to cut through.
It's, you know, it's like, you know, when you get them really big slabs of cake, that birthday cake, and it's like about that wide and that depth, and you put a knife in it, and it seems to take forever to come to the core, to get to that consciousness. I would definitely agree. And that kind of resonates with what I was just saying. It's because you see yourself through everybody else's eyes. You know, everybody has an opinion of you and of who you are. And what we do as humans is we align to that thought process. So if somebody thinks you're a specific way, you will naturally start to behave that way, rather than being who you actually are and who you want to be, which is that love and that joy and that grace. You know, if somebody's in a negative situation, everybody says that negativity breeds negativity. And how easy is it to fall into that trap of negativity when somebody says, oh, it's so cold outside and I'm freezing and I'm this and I'm that and I can't get warm. All of a sudden, in your mind, you start thinking, yeah, God, I'm freezing too and I can't get warm. And you know, how rubbish is this and how bad's this and how bad's that? We become that. We become that thought, we become that person. And sometimes maybe just, you know, when you are in the yoga practice, just take that few steps back and, you know, just align to who you are, who your real self is, and take that moment. And we don't have to feed into what people want us to feed into, because what we're doing is that we're listening to people who are not conscious, who are not on this journey, who are not on this path, and who have their own opinions. So we don't need to fall into that pattern, and we don't need to fall into that pattern just to be accepted.
You're gonna be a great teacher. You already are.
Always teaching, every single day, teaching and learning. I mean, I would never say that I'm a teacher, and you know, sometimes I look at these courses and I look at some of the texts, and you know, it kind of comes into me and goes whoosh straight over my head, and then I will close my eyes and think, oh my God, I've actually done nothing. I do not know anything. And it's you guys, it's your questions that help me, you know. This is where I learn from. I learn from you. I learn from the questions that you ask me. I learn from the energy that you guys are giving me. I don't learn any other way, and I'm definitely not, you know, teaching. I'm learning. As you guys ask me these questions, I'm learning at, you know, at the same time and the same speed that you guys are all learning. Hello, I don't see you. I always like to see faces. I like to see everybody on camera. Because it's the worst thing ever, you know. The beauty of COVID was that, you know, we sit in front of these camera screens now and think, oh my God, I hate the way I look, I hate the way I speak, I don't like anything, I'll just switch my camera off so nobody can see anybody. And it's great, you know, COVID did one beautiful thing, which was this. It allowed us to connect all over the world. You know, some of us may never have been able to do a yoga course because we're so busy with life and everything else gets in the way. And this, in COVID, just brought Rishikesh, the tradition, and yoga to life. Hi, Bella. We have everybody on screen. Any questions for me, Bella? Would you like to know anything?
I don't know. I just don't have something on my mind right now. I had the question I asked in the beginning to Guruji, and then my mind is blank. But it is good to see you. It is good to know that you are having good time in Rishikesh. And that's it.
No, that's beautiful. If that's all you have, that's all you have. And, you know, this session is very much about you. It's very much about what you want from this session and what you need from this session. It just sometimes in terms of understanding a specific process or a specific feeling or an emotion or a need, just like Sarah mentioned earlier about the, you know, period evolution of down, you know, where do we come from and what are we? And, you know, when we look at yoga and what yoga tells us and what yoga teaches us is that we are all energy. So, you know, we are all connected, whether we like to believe it or not. Every one of us, every one being is connected. We're not just connected with each other as humans, we're connected with the trees, we're connected with the grass, we're connected with the flowers, we're connected with everything that is alive within the universe.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. I like to know, it seems there are many chants and mantras in Kundalini Yoga. And are they a very important part of activating the energy, and why? Could you give us some details about it? Thank you.
So Guruji gave you a mantra, when you joined the course and started. So that a mantra is a certain vibrational frequency within. So when we chant, so home, for example, or home, so whichever way you choose to say it. They do is that they bring your soul and your body to a specific frequency or a specific energy, which will help you to balance your mind. How many of you here find it sometimes quite difficult to sit in meditation? Because we have Can you still hear me? Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now? So, we have the question I asked was how many of you find it sometimes really difficult to sit in meditation? You kind of put yourself on the mat and then that's it, the mind starts going haywire. Just put your hand up, you don't have to say yes or no. So sometimes, meditation is really important for me, and I can go sit on the mat, and as soon as I sit on that mat, there's a million things going on in my head because I have a monkey mind and I want to do a million things and have a million thoughts and processes going through my mind. Or even if it's not a thought going through my mind, it's oh my god, my leg's gone dead. I need to move my leg, I need to wobble a little bit, or I need to think, or I need to do something. And what mantras and chants do is they take that focus away from that specific thing. They take the focus away and it comes within. So they start to internalize within you and they start to vibrate within you. So when you're sitting in that meditation and you're chanting a mantra, what it does is it aligns with your consciousness and it aligns with that energy field to increase that frequency and vibration within. So really, they are important and it's definitely worth chanting mantras that resonate with you to keep that focus for you in that meditation or that asana. And you can even chant them or think of them when you are within an asana. You can do it even walking down the street. It doesn't mean that when it talks about chanting or mantras, that you're speaking it out loud, that you're saying so out loud. It can just be in your thought process, it can be in your mind. And as you're thinking it, always bring your energy to your third eye center or into your heart, and that mantra or that chant starts to become your being, and it starts to bring that stillness and that balance within. Because if you start singing it out loud, walking down the street, people might think you're going a bit crazy. They'll be like, what on earth is she talking about? I have no idea.
Hello, I have a question, if that's okay.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, I'm also from UK in Yorkshire.
It's not big, so am I.
Oh, really? Oh, we're near Bradford.
Oh my gosh, I'm in Leeds. Well, I live in Wigsted, so you might be just down the road from me somewhere.
Wow, oh, that's so cool. Well, hello, thank you. So my question was, because I don't know if I missed maybe a session because I've just joined today. How do you choose a mantra? Because obviously it's something that you want to become. So are you necessarily the best person to decide what your mantra should be, or is it better to get guidance from somebody else about what your mantra should be?
So what I would say to you is, for the time being, use the mantra that Guruji has given you, which is come so, and just feel that and keep feeling that, because you know we always think that we need to look outside for guidance, and the answers are always within us. We're just too afraid to look in and find that answer. So I would say use the mantra that Guruji has given you, so, and keep going with that mantra. And as you go through the course, if there is a specific mantra that you think, you know what, I really like this, and it's brought a tear to my eye, or you know, I really feel that mantra within my heart, then you can start to practice that mantra as well. But also, it's the universal mantra to start with, and whichever mantra then comes thereafter, so will always be, and everything else you will start to circle through and around. And that will be your mantra specific to you, that you feel and that you resonate with. So you can go.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And whereabouts in Bedford are you from? I'm really curious now.
Well, I live in Bingley, but I grew up sort of near Manningham and Teton. So
Yeah, and my sister-in-law, she lives over in England. So I do frequent those areas a fair bit.
yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? How small the world is. But yeah. Oh.
And we think it's such a big place. And really
I know. Oh, well, hopefully I'll come to visit you there as well one day.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, thank you.
Any questions, anything else, any more that you might want to feel or that you're thinking? Tell me what you're thinking right now in this moment. Anna? Hi, Anna. Yeah, I've been watching you do your practice too, and it was amazing. Keep it up. But no, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to me, and I love the questions that you have, and hopefully, we'll definitely get to catch up soon. But are you all happy to close this session for now, for today? And so I would like to wish you a blessed day, wherever you may be in the world. I send you lots of love and light from here in Rishikesh, and feel that love and light wherever you're sitting too. And take each day, take each minute, take each moment, and slowly we start to become who we're meant to be. So I wish you all well. Namaste.